Let's be honest. Most of us wake up and check our phones before we even check in with ourselves. Notifications, emails, dopamine hits before we've even taken a breath. I wanted to change that. So I said to myself, for the next 7 days, I will wake up at 5 a.m. and will not touch my phone until 9. No scrolling, no checking messages, nothing. What happened next completely shifted the way I think, feel, and move through the day. Day one was a mess. I sat up in bed and instinctively reached for my phone. It wasn't just a habit. It felt like an urge. I yearned for it. I didn't realize how automatic it had become. I doom scrolled for like 30 minutes. But then I realized and stopped myself. Quickly remembered my goal for the week and wrote it down. Hanged it on my wall. I left my phone face down on my bed and walked into the silence. It felt weird, empty almost, like something was missing. But underneath that discomfort, I noticed something I hadn't felt in a while: mental space. With no phone to grab, I just sat, stared out the window, made coffee, journaled. And slowly, my thoughts got louder. Not in an anxious way, but in a clear, grounded way. I started hearing ideas I hadn't thought of in weeks. I actually felt my thoughts instead of numbing them with noise. And when I finally started working, I wasn't scattered or overstimulated. I was focused, deeply focused. But it wasn't all smooth. Day 3 was rough. My hand twitched toward my phone out of boredom. I kept thinking, what am I missing? But that question became the lesson. I wasn't missing anything. I was avoiding myself. The phone had become a way to escape quiet, to escape discomfort. Sitting with it forced me to actually feel. And that was hard. But it was necessary. Growth usually is. By day 5, everything changed. I didn't want to check my phone in the morning. I wanted that silence, that space. I felt more grounded, less reactive. I wasn't starting the day with comparison or stress. I was starting with intention. And that shift, I'm carried into everything. I handled tasks better. I was more present with people. My creativity went up. Even my mood lifted. I allowed myself to be bored and think. We talk a lot about morning routines, but what we don't talk about is how much our phones hijack them. We think we're in control, but most of us are waking up and plugging into other people's lives before we even check in with our own. This challenge taught me that how you wake up sets the tone for everything. And when you start your day in silence, with intention, with clarity, everything feels different, better, cleaner, more yours. I'm not saying everyone has to wake up at 5 a.m. and ditch their phone, but I will say this. Try it for one day. Just one. Wake up, leave the phone, feel the itch, and sit in your own mind for a while. You might be surprised what's waiting there, because sometimes it's not about adding more to your mornings. It's about subtracting the thing that's been stealing your peace. And for me, that thing was in my hand all the damn time.